What's up, Joel Does Music fam? I am Joel from, of course, Joel Does Music. Back at it again with another interview. My guest on today's episode is none other than Miami superstar, at least in my eyes, Pizzle. Now, this was a fun conversation, and I say that in a lot of my videos, but this one was something. It was really different, okay? It was uplifting, motivational, and most importantly, raw and authentic. It actually had me thinking a lot about my life once we were done filming. So Alpi and I talked about his new single, Baddie Cop. We also spoke about his life as a newlywed, how God has played such an important role in his life, relationship advice that he gives to those younger guys. Yeah, talking to you out there. And a lot of authentic stuff that you just have to watch to understand. All right, enough of my yapping. Let's get to it. My interview with Pizzle. What's going on, Joel Does Music fan? I, of course, am your boy Joel, and welcoming to this episode of Joel Does Music. Long overdue. I'm so excited about this. Not only is he a DJ, artist, producer, motivational speaker, by the way, most importantly, he's a husband because, listen, his wife was here. Very lovely person. My boy, Pizzle.
Yeah, sir!
Now listen, I like how you promote yourself as your friendly neighborhood broski. I love it. I was looking at it on Instagram like, who does this? Only you, and I love it.
Can you tell I'm a Spider-Man fan?
110%. You got the color palette going on a little bit.
I do. This is totally accidental right now, my brother, but hey, I'll take it, man.
It looks like you're representing Miles Morales today.
I like that. I like that.
Black. Yeah.
I like that. Al Morales. Call me Al Morales today,
I love
man.
it.
Yes, sir.
Listen, man. Welcome home, by the way. I know you're visiting. You live in Miami now, kind of a traitor, honestly, but okay. But I love how, even though you live in Miami, they can never take the jersey away from you.
Never that, man. I think it's beautiful. All right, I've been in Miami for 9 years now, and like everybody in Miami that I know or that knows me know that I will rep Paterson, New Jersey to the death of me, dog. To the death of me. Born and raised in Paterson, New Jersey in a 973, dog. But I'm not moving back, though. I'm going back to Miami, yo.
Hey, man, listen, you like Miami? You've been there for how long? 6 years?
I just made 9 years a couple days ago, man.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. Time flies, dog. It's nuts, bro.
Now, are you in the heart of Miami or like in Dade?
So I say Miami because like not everybody knows like the little towns around Miami and all. I'm in Davie. So Davie is like right outside of like Fort Lauderdale airport.
Okay.
And so, but Miami is like 10, 15-minute drive for me. Not even. When I go to my studio in North Miami, it's like a 30-minute drive, so it's nothing. So I just say Miami. Yeah.
So during spring break, how bad is the traffic there?
So at least like, so my way, it's more local.
Okay.
So like I get away from like the tourist side of things and all. But like, you know, if we have gigs or any kind of work or for any reason we got to go to like Wynwood or Miami Beach and stuff like that, I try to avoid it during like spring break and like Ultra Week and all, Miami Music Week, or Basel. There's always something happening in Miami. Monday through Monday, there's always something happening. It's always going to be traffic no matter what, bro. So it just is what it is.
Listen, man, but it sounds like a lot of fun living in that area. There's always something going on, like you were saying.
Yeah.
There's just so many endless possibilities on what you want to do to have fun.
I think the beauty of it all, like I've learned the beauty in waiting in traffic where, you know, I think a lot of people struggle and, oh my God, so much traffic, I'm going to be late, this and that. Whereas like I barely play music anymore or play anything in the car. And now like my time in the car, if it's usually driving anywhere is at least 30 minutes. And now like my time in the car is like, I just want that peace and quiet.
Yes.
I just want to like just talk to God, have my conversations with him, man. Just get my day right, get my moment right. If I'm on my way to the studio or on my way to work, it's like, all right, God, like, let's go, man. Like whatever it is that you have ready for me today, man, you know, like my focus is on you first and foremost. And then I know that you're going to have me right for whatever is coming up next, you know? And then when I'm coming home, when I'm driving home, it's like, all right, God, like I'm going home to my wife, you know, just show me what I got to do to just serve my wife as best as I possibly can, you know?
That's spiritual, man. That's touching, for real.
Right.
It shows that you're rich in life, man. Like a lot of people, when they say rich in life, they think money, wealth, just materialism. But no, man, you have a roof over your head, which, you know, as I'm approaching my 30s, we were talking about this before we started recording. Like, I've gotten better in trying to be in that very positive mindset. Like, listen, appreciate what you have, man. I have a wonderful partner who supports me. I support her. We love each other. We have a roof under our head. We're there for each other. It's like you and your wife, Naty, who is, again, wonderful human being, man. She's funny.
Bro, she's a light in this world, dog. Like I like you don't understand, man. Like I feel so like privileged, lucky, blessed, honored to just have crossed paths with her, you know. She literally makes me a better human being. There's like, you know, when you find that right person, well, you can't find the right person without being the right person. Oof. Oof.
You know what? The show's all yours, man. I'm done hosting.
You feel me? No, and I say that because, like, you know, I've been in a bunch of relationships in the past and all, and like, you know, obviously none of them in the past has worked out.
Right.
But like, I remember it got to a point where, you know, I'm like, all right, God, like it's not working out. It's the same things that keep on happening over and over again. So, you know, something's got to do with me, right? Like,
yes.
What do I have to do to kind of change that and all? And so you can't find the one if you can't be the one. So help me be the one, God, right? And so I needed to get myself right first and foremost. I needed to learn how to be by myself, not in terms of loneliness, but more focusing in terms of solitude. You know, how can I help lead myself? How can I help be a better version of myself on my own so that when that time comes for my person, you know, to come into my life, whoever she is, now we know who she is Naty,
yes.
You know, where I can be able to help lead her and help her become the best version of herself, right? And so it's been so cool, man, doing life with Naty, bro. I can't tell you how much, like I think about her and I talk about her and I have the biggest smile on my face. Not because like, I'm so in love. I am in love, man. Man, but because seeing the person that she was when we first reconnected, when we first started dating,
yes,
a few years ago, to where she is and who she is now, is like you just see this growth, this development of this incredible and beautiful human being inside and out. Like she is the most confident she's ever been. She is glowing the most that I've ever seen her glow. I see her as a leader amongst like women around her life, man, where like other women just look at her like, wow, like I learned from you so much, right? And I recognize that, like, you know, it is as her husband, it's partly my responsibility to pour as much life in her as possible, right? And in order to pour a lot of love and life in her, I gotta pour from a full cup, right? Which means that I gotta fill my cup up somehow, right? So it's cool because she pours into me and I pour into her, right? And so the goal is to just try to serve each other as best as we can, not because it's a competition, but because I know that if I pour into her as best as I can and she is at her best, then I know I'm gonna get that in return too. And I'm gonna be at my best. You feel me?
Yes.
And so when everything is peaceful at home, everything else in life is so much easier. Literally. Like you ever argue with like somebody, like, you know, whether it be your current partner or like in the past or whatever.
Yeah.
And it just messes up everything for the rest of the day.
Yes.
You know, like your energy is just off and all. But you know that it's just cool and easy and calm at home and loving and peaceful. It just makes interviews like these with you, my brother, like just so much easier. You feel me?
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's all about uplifting each other, bringing out the best in each other.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if you had marriage advice, you guys been married it's coming up on a year, by the way.
Yeah, we about to make our first year, wedding anniversary. Yeah.
Congratulations,
man. Thank you.
So as someone who's in their early 30s, married for coming up on a year, literally this month, what kind of marriage advice do you have for someone who is maybe in their mid to late 20s, about to hit that stage in their life? What's the biggest lesson you learned being married?
You gotta be friends, man. You gotta be friends. You gotta be transparent. You gotta be vulnerable. You have to share every single piece of you, man. That's an important detail right there. Yo, like literally every demon that you battle with, man, every struggle that you have, man. I'll be honest with you, dog. Like, man, I had struggled with this crazy porn addiction, dog, since I was 7 years old, man.
Wow.
And it's something I've been opening up about recently. And so I lead a couple groups of men, in my church down in Miami, and it's something that I'm open about with Naty. Like, yo, like, I didn't realize that it was an addiction until just a few years ago, right? Like, it was like almost a part of my DNA since I was 7, dog. I can't believe that I was like,
that's a wild age.
Yeah, man. And I think about it, I'm like, I would. If I heard that about somebody else, I'm like, 7? What the fuck?
Yeah, you judge them, yeah.
But then it's like, it's literally my story, though. And so, and so being able to open up about things like that, right? Where like I wouldn't open up with anybody else, so that she can see me for who I am. And so the people that are not meant to be in your life will look at you like, oh nah, I can't deal with that, you know, like, but the right person will recognize that, like, yo, listen, he's being vulnerable with me. He's being open. He's literally giving all of himself to me right now. And now it's the woman's choice. Now it's my choice to be able to either fight that battle with him, because now her battles are mine and mine are hers, and then you're able to just discuss it. So like if there's like some sort of addiction issue that somebody deals with, or some sort of battle, or whatever it is, whatever battle that you're going through, and all, yo, babe, I'm kind of dealing with this right now, man, you know? So like, it's not romantic about that, but there's something that's so beautifully intimate about being able to just share all of you with your person, you know? So friendship, dog. Friendship, transparency, vulnerability. And if I could tell you the super secret sauce, man, you want to know the super secret sauce, if you, for the most healthiest, beautiful relationship, man, marriage, bro, having that connection with God, man, building your relationship with God, because I cannot do it on my own to pour into Naty. Instead, I need God to pour into me. I need to go into him. I need to talk to him. I need to seek his peace, his joy, his word, his advice, his wisdom, and all, because I don't know it all. He does. He's the one that created us. So it's like, you know, and he's the one that made, I didn't make Naty, you know, he's the one that made Naty. So it's like, God, like I literally asked God, like, how can I best serve Naty today? Like, she's struggling with this today, so what is the best way to go about this? You know, like, just give me the clarity, give me the wisdom, give me the tranquility and the gentleness to be able to just talk to Naty, so that I can help her out of this, whatever situation is happening, so that we can just move forward stronger, better, wiser. So it's having those intentional conversations with God that has allowed me to react not emotionally, but more on a logical standpoint, right? And so I keep going for days, my brother. Yeah.
Oh, I know you can.
Yes, sir.
But you're just so full of wisdom, and everything that you've gone through in life, it just makes you this, I guess, philosophical being. Yeah, if you see yourself that way, it's just like, you've been through it, you know what to say.
Call me Dumbledore, you heard? Dumbledore!
Listen, dog, no one can relate to Dumbledore, all right?
No, he's all, no. Talking smack. But yeah.
But it's amazing, dude. Again, congratulations on your marriage to her. You guys really complement each other well. You know what it takes to be in a marriage. Yeah. You guys are like literally about to hit the 1 year mark, whereas other couples, they're still trying to find the rhythm together. Whereas you two, you're in full-on synchronicity.
Hey, yes. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't come with its potholes.
No, of course.
It doesn't come with its storms, dog.
Yes.
It doesn't come with its mistakes. It doesn't come, bro, like, there will always be shit that happens. Always, man. Something is gonna happen because life be lifing, dog, you know? And so it's a matter of, like, it's easy when times are good, you know? It's easy when things are easy, man. But when shit happens, dog, it's like, all right, now that's when the test comes out, you know? So it's like, me and I, we have rules in our marriage, bro. Like, literally laws of our marriage. We literally, from day one, we say, yeah, we don't yell at each other. That's off the table. You know, there's never anything that should ever get to a point where we start yelling at each other, right? I've been in too many toxic relationships and all this, like, it's just like scream fest. No, we're not doing that. No yelling. We never say never and always. You never do this. You always do that. That pointing the finger, blame. No, we're not doing that over here. You know, if we feel we're getting hyped, time out, yo. 10-minute break. I'll go in one room, you go in the other, and all. No phones, no nothing like that. Let's just breathe a little bit. And then 10 minutes later, we have an alarm. Once we hear that alarm, we go back to each other, man. We hold each other's hands. Hold my hand. We'll be like,
there you go.
We give each other a kiss. Don't give me a kiss, though.
I wasn't planning on it.
And I'll start it off by saying, like, yo, like, listen, it's me and you versus the problem.
Yes.
Not me versus you, you know? So I want to hear what it is that you're feeling. And I'm going to let you talk, and I want to listen with as much intention as possible. And after you're done, you tell me when you're done, and I will tell you. I'll share with you what it is that I'm feeling and thinking because of the situation. And please know that we're in the same boat in terms of finding the end result of peace. That's all we want. That's all we want. And yo, real talk, and like when we have those kind of tough conversations where we're not seeing eye to eye on certain things, bro, like, once we get over that hump, yo, after those conversations, it's like we have this hug, this embrace that just feels so light, that just feels so warm. And yeah, man. And honestly, girls just wants us to listen to what they're feeling and what they're going through. And sometimes we gotta adjust, man. You know, like we gotta put our pride and ego down, dog. It's like maybe you're like, but I feel this way, you know, and then we die on this hill.
No, of course.
But then we gotta think about like when you with a partner, man, you're not an individual anymore, man. Right. You guys are one. Even if you're not married yet, if you're in a relationship, you guys are one.
Yeah.
So if one side is not feeling right, then both sides is not gonna be right. You know?
It's a tough adjustment because as men, like we just are so prideful and we have our moments of being a little egotistical, or at least, you know, aware of our ego. We stroke the ego a little bit. Yeah. But it's like you were saying, when you guys are a couple, you're one. Yeah. It's a tough adjustment for some guys. Was that an easy adjustment for you? It
got easier when I started learning and realizing that when Naty feels heard and seen, that equaled great sex after the fact. She was like, it just made Naty more like attracted to me, you know, when she felt seen and heard. And it's like, okay, cool. So you're saying all I gotta do is listen?
That's it.
yo, babe, let's go, let's get it. No, but yeah, man, like you start, you know, when you start figuring out like, all right, this works, you know, why fix was not broken, right? And when you keep on going back to patterns that just are not working, something needs to change. And if you care about something deeply enough, then you're going to adjust. You're going to have to change because you don't love that person that much if you're not willing to change. One thing I hate and one thing I disagree with when people is when people say, yo, that's just how I am.
No accountability.
Man, like, we are humans, dog. Like, as human beings, we are literally designed to evolve.
Yes.
Right? Like, we can change. We can build better habits, right? And if you give a fuck about something that much, you will find a way to evolve and change for whatever it is that you care about, right? You care about your person, you gonna start learning how to talk to her. You're going to start figuring, when you hyped up and you're angry, you're going to find a way to check yourself on some, like, it's not about, I'm not going to disrespect my wife. I'm not going to, like, talk down on her. I'm not going to belittle her. I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm going to tell her, babe, hey, this hurt my feelings, you know? Because, yo, like, people forget, not even people forget, but people don't learn until somebody shows them or tells them that the message is always important.
Right.
Right? But that's just half the battle, though, my brother. The message is important, but the delivery is just as important.
Yes.
Example, dishes.
Yes.
I fucking hate it when you don't do the dishes, this and that. You don't do the dishes ever. Like, the message is, yo, like, I need you to do the dishes, man.
Right.
You know? The delivery is kind of hard and aggressive. All right. Same message, different delivery. Right? Ready? Babe, like, it really brings me a lot of joy when you help me out in the kitchen, you know, like when you do the dishes and all, like, it genuinely makes me happy. It fills my heart up because it feels like, you know, you're like, it just feels like you care and that you want to help me and all, you know.
Yes, I like that.
Same message, right? Do the dishes.
That's the underlying tone. Yeah.
And now it's like it's the first example that I gave you came from a place of, like, you know, preventing something. You're preventing anger. You're like trying to prevent a fight. You're trying to prevent these negative emotions, right? So now it's like, oh man, I gotta do the dishes because I don't want to get her mad. I don't want to get her upset, right? I'm trying to prevent her from feeling negative emotions. Whereas the second delivery that I gave you, instead of preventing, it's more adding. You know what? It makes her happy. She told me that it makes her happy when I do the dishes, you know? I want to make her happy. I want to bring some joy. I hate the dishes, but I love her more than I hate the dishes, right?
Dog.
My brother, come on.
I just went through
yes, sir.
a big psychology lecture right now. I feel like I'm in a crash course in dating and psychology 101.
Yeah.
This is insane. And again, your wife, she's so supportive of your now current musical career.
Yes, sir.
She's in the video for
sir.
Baddie Cop. Congrats on the release, by the way, bro.
That's right. We here for music. That's right.
We are, to promote you. Alpizzle,
Yes,
LP
sir.
from Paterson. Defecting to Miami.
Yes, sir.
No kidding.
Yes, sir. Yes,
no,
sir.
but seriously, congrats on the new single, Baddie Cop.
Yeah.
How does it feel to have dropped the horniest single of 2025?
The horniest. Oh, my, the horniest. Yeah, that's hilarious.
I mean, with an opening line like, is that a baton in your pants, or are you just happy to see me?
That's hilarious.
Come on, that's comedy.
Is that a baton in your
pocket? Are you just happy to see me?
That's like trying to think of the comedian. Oh my God, I can't think of the rapper right now.
Lil Dicky.
Lil Dicky, thank you.
It's funny how you say that because, like, I am very, very inspired by Lil Dicky.
I felt that listening to it.
And so what I admire so much about Lil Dicky is how authentic he is to himself. He is truly himself in his music, in his personality, in his shows, et cetera, right? And like where I feel like there's so many artists, so many musicians that try to be somebody else where nobody could ever be you.
Right.
There's so many of everybody else where there's not that many of you. And so, yeah, like Lil Dicky is somebody that I reference a lot in terms of my music. That it's just like, you know what, like he does it this way because that's who he is. So it's like when it comes to songs like Baddie Cop, when it comes to songs like New York Hippie and all, I want it to be just me, right? Whereas like maybe it may not be everybody's cup of tea. You know, Bad Bunny's probably the biggest artist in the world.
Yeah.
And he's not everybody's cup of tea. Taylor Swift, one of the biggest artists in the world, not everybody's cup of
And
tea.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah, 'cause you don't like Taylor Swift.
No, I do, but
Okay.
I know a lot of people who are like, her music doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
And I ask, okay, but what about her music doesn't do it for you? And then they give me the same response. It's just too cookie cutter pop BS for me. And I get it, but she's a billionaire, man.
She's selling out stadiums. So, okay, don't listen to my music then.
Exactly.
You know?
She doesn't care.
I got a bunch of other people that like that cookie cutter stuff, so bye. Go listen to somebody else.
I'm just the kind of person that likes to listen to people's musical opinions. Okay, you like an artist? Tell me what about them attracted you to their music.
I like
Is
those
it
questions.
Their personality? Is it their style of music? Is it their online presence nowadays?
Yeah.
Okay, what about this artist? Don't you like? Give me your reason. Don't give me like some BS. Just what don't you like about them? Be authentic about it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And so I think that's really cool about like that's another great reference too, like in terms of like the Bad Bunnies and the Taylor Swifts and all. Like and it's just a life lesson. Not everybody gonna like you. You cannot make everybody like you.
No.
Like you cannot be like I struggle with people pleasing all my life, right? But truly, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So fucking do. Just do. Do because it makes you happy. Do because you're good at it. Do because you're a student of it, man. Never stop being a student at what you're passionate about, you know? If you're passionate about something, just do it, man. Yo, like, my brother AJ Callejero once told me, yo, fuck everybody. Just do what you want to do. Do because it makes you happy. The right people will follow, you know? But if you're going to do it right, though. You know, don't half-ass it. You know, if you truly love something, then do it right. Be a student of it. And yeah, man, and that's where I'm at right now with my music, bro. With Baddie Cop, and it's funny because Baddie Cop is a remix to this song that me and Naty heard on this TV show that we like watching called The Rookie on Hulu on ABC. Yeah. We love The Rookie, and so there's a song that just popped up, and it was like literally that line, right? I didn't write that line, and so there's like I wrote the verse, but a lot of the song, like the chorus and all, comes from the show itself,
right?
And so the original song is called Baddie Cop. So it's a guy singing to a guy cop, all right, and serenading a guy cop. And so I don't want to serenade a guy cop, right? But I found myself singing the song a lot though, and so I'm like, you know, I'm gonna call it Baddie Cop, man. Like I want to talk to, you know, like a female police officer, and so and how I envision these things when I write these songs is like, all right, I'm not just singing to some random police officer. I literally just envision my wife being a police officer, and so I bought her on Amazon some like little, you know, some little cop outfit and all, cop costume and all, like, and yeah, man, just bought it, shot the video, returned it, made the money back and all. So it's like independent artists, you got to find ways to budget, right? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And yeah, so Baddie Cop was fun, man. It's just I just want to put out feel good music. I want to put out things that are just like, what did he just say, man? I want to make people laugh. I want to make people smile. I went through this struggle recently where I got a couple like really dark songs, and it's like I don't want to put them out anymore, you know? And it's like, and I worked so hard on some of these projects that are more on the darker side.
Yeah.
And it's like, now's not the time, man. I want to just put out good energy right now, you know? Maybe down the road I throw it out there and all, but you know, I just feel so much purpose in just spreading joy, man. You know, spreading love, spreading peace and all, and just trying to find people that just feel the same as I do, that just laugh at the same stupid things that I be laughing at, like a baton in the pocket type shit.
It was funny. I heard, I'm just like, no way he said this. No fucking way. But it was so funny because, again, it's like you were saying, it's a fun song. You want people to be positive about it, just feel good when they listen to your music.
Yeah.
It shows, especially on that song, Me Gustas too. That's another one, man.
Right,
How do those songs come to life?
Man, I mean, like, all these songs have its own story, man. So, like, so the story behind Me Gustas Tú, I remember watching this movie called Once Upon a Time in Mexico. And so I remember watching it when I was a kid, and Antonio Banderas was walking out of some bodega and all, and then you hear in a boombox, you just hear it in the background, Me gusta marihuana, me gusta tú. And so, like, I'm hearing this, and I'm like, oh, man, it's so catchy. Like, what is that, man? And, like, just throughout my life, I just been singing those, like, few lines and all. And so then one day in the studio, I was with my guy, Turn It Up Drew. Drewski! It's my brother right there. And he's just playing the guitar and all. And then, like, and we'll just jam out in the studio. And I just start freestyling some shit. And then I just got into, like, this chorus of, like, that old song from Manu Chao called Me Gustas Tú, which is an old Spanish rock song from back in the day. And I just ended up remixing that song and just kind of made it my own a little bit, right? Me gusta la rumba, me gustas tú. Yo sé que tú me quieres, girl, I like you too. New York Hippie is another one where it's like some of these songs happen so fast. Some of these songs take time to grow, like plants, right? New York Hippie was one where the original song was not New York Hippie. I had wrote something completely different. The original song was called Out of Town.
Really?
And so like when I made the beat with my brother Turn It Up Drew, man, it was just a whole different song, man. A completely different song. And so I remember like, I'm not really feeling it. I'll get back to it another time. About a year and a half later, I reopened up the project, and fresh new ears, I listened to it. I'm like, I don't like what I did to it vocally, but I love the beat though. Okay. You know? And so I deleted my vocals, and I had just started listening to country music for the first time.
Ooh, yeehaw,
so, yeah, man. And so that Florida be doing that to you. and I just started listening to Morgan Wallen and all. And so I grew up listening to, a lot of like Latino music, salsa, bachata, reggaeton. I'm a big hip hop dude too. And then I was in this country wave and all. So it was like I was so influenced on this song with incorporating this country influence that I had that day, plus my hip hop side and all, plus my Colombian roots a little bit. And then I ended up writing New York Hippie like in like 30 minutes. She just want a partner who could put in 50-50, and if not, that she moving to Mississippi.
And it's crazy because New York Hippie, you had a big moment recently where you were live on Angela Yee's show.
Yeah.
You used to work as an honor personality in New York and then Miami.
Yeah.
So what was that like, spitting bars live on her show when you called in?
That was cool.
How did it happen, number one?
Yeah, it was cool, man. Nah, my brother Dan, who just got married yesterday, my brother. Let's go, Dan and Rita. Big shout out, Mr. and Mrs. Green. Yeah, man. Just shot me a text like, yo, I need you to be on the air. So I'm like, say less. Cool. He's literally my best friend. He's the executive producer of the Angela Yee show on Power. He used to be the producer for The Breakfast Club and all. And we started in radio together at 92.3 Amp Radio, which doesn't exist anymore.
No.
And yeah, man, and like we just started on a street team together. And he was he just became my best friend, right? Two completely different people. He is like white boy, suburban, Jewish and all, and I'm like Colombian, Paterson from the hood. You feel me? And yeah, man, and like just shot me a text like, yo, like, do you have time, like, just to do a quick call with me real quick? I'm like, yeah, say less. And like, he just called me from the radio station, and he's like, all right, I'm about to connect you to Angela. I'm like, all right, say less. He's like, yo, just talk about like your song or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So, and there's definitely a learning lesson in that, or a moral in that story too. It's like, don't ever burn bridges. Treat everybody with love, man. Everybody with love, because you never know, man. Like, somebody could just be like, I remember he was a good dude to me, man.
Yeah.
Or like, man, that's my brother right there. Or like, man, remember that one time, man, he did that really nice thing for me, man. You know what? Like, I think this might suit him for this moment. Like, let me just call him real quick or some shit like that, right? Because if I was a dick to him, you wouldn't care about putting me on the radio.
Of course not.
Right?
No.
And so, Danielito, I appreciate you, my brother. Yeah.
It's crazy how that dynamic shifted. You went from being behind the scenes in radio, obviously interacting with talent like Sabrina Carpenter. Years ago, you rapped with her. That was insane. To this time, you were the artist giving your moment on a song that you put out.
Yeah.
So like that's got to be like some kind of weird feeling, but also like a full circle moment too, maybe.
Yeah, it's like in some ways definitely full circle-ish. In other ways, it still feels like the beginning. You know, like it just feels like, you know, just things have been coming together slowly but surely, preparing me for what's to come, man. Like, I feel so ready right now, man.
Really?
I feel so purposeful. I feel so like, man, like I don't want to be a global superstar on some Bad Bunny shit. I don't need that, man. Like, I just want 1,000 solid fans. You know, like I just want, you know, and I don't even call them fans, man. I call them fams. Like, I want a fan base, you know, like just my brothers and sisters, man, that just want to grow with me and just have a good time with me. That just get to see like my journey along with Naty. Cause like the music is amazing. Like it's fun. It's a passion of mine. But you know, there's a lot of good music out there, man. But people buy people, you know, people don't buy the products. And so I think people follow people because they like that person.
Yes.
Right? People love Taylor Swift because of how she is as a person. She's a light in this world. She's mad cool, right? Like, what kind of problems have she really caused in this world, right? Nah, like, she's mad cool, right? People gravitate towards the energy of like Bad Bunny. He's like authentically himself, right? And so yeah, man, I just want to just keep doing, you know, I just want to keep being myself, man. Keep sharpening my sword. Keep being a student to the music game, to the business side of things, to my songwriting skills, to my producing skills. I just want to do right by people. I want to do things the right way, and I want to do things with good people too. You know, and if you're just an asshole, or if you just don't have good intentions, then listen, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to love on you. I'm going to still treat you with respect. I'm never going to talk down on you. I'm never going to talk shit about you, anything like that. But I'm going to cut you off. Yeah, like...
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, like I don't got to punch you in the face to make it feel felt, you know? I just want to be around good energy. And if you're not providing good energy from your side, from me and my wife, then listen, like, it's all love, man, you know, but I just got to distance myself. And so, and I just feel like that's just such a healthy way to live. And I want people to feel that. And I want people to do that too. You know?
It is, man. Listen, I think at the end of the day, people have the right to surround themselves with people that are like-minded, that are positive, no toxicity, because it just rubs off the wrong way.
Yeah.
And it's mentally draining, too, to have a bunch of people that you're surrounded with in that constantly negative, toxic mindset.
There's been a lot of moments in my life, bro, where I reflect, man. I'm like, yo, like, I was ready to take my own life multiple times. I was ready to just call it quits, man. I felt like everything was going wrong and all. And it gets to a point, man, and it's a decision in that point where you're like, yo, whatever I'm doing, I need to stop. I need to figure this out. I don't know what that looks like in that moment, because when everything is falling apart, it just feels like I can't do anything about it, right? And it feels like there's no options. It feels like there's no choices. But in reality, in those moments, there is a choice. You know, it's actually 1 million choices a day that we make. So, you know, are you going to pick up that thing that you're addicted to? Are you going to keep on speaking the way that you do that has always brought back negative energy, you know? Are you going to start taking accountability for yourself? And are you going to start changing different habits, man? It's crazy, bro, because it's hard to navigate when you're clouded with such a dark time and dark moments. But when you start putting just one foot at a time in front of you, and it's like, all right, I just want to be a better person. I want to be a better human being. It starts with that, man. That's the first step of everything. And just watch, man, like just how, like, once you get your internals right, man, your emotions right, your spirituality right, man, bro, there is absolutely nothing in this world that you cannot accomplish, bro.
That's so positive, man. Like, you're just radiating all this light right now. I'm just like, oh, God. It's overwhelming, but in the best way possible, because everybody has gone through those moments. I've gone through those moments in my now 10 years working in radio. Like, you go through insane highs, insane lows, layoffs. Fortunately, I haven't gone through layoffs, but I've gone through a lot of difficulties trying to pursue the dream of being an on-air DJ. Yeah. Granted, I finally became one, but in a different market, not New York. New York was always like the number one, but for some people, it's just not meant for them, you know? And like you were telling me before we started recording, when one door closes, another door opens. And I'm in that position in my life. So again, it's about trying to recognize like, all right, you're going through these dark, terrible moments right now, but eventually it'll all be all right.
Well, maybe, but like, and I have to spit like some reality on that too.
Yeah.
Maybe not though, because that's a choice, man. That's a choice, bro. Like it just doesn't, happen overnight. It just doesn't happen just because, like, oh yeah, all right, yeah, things will get better just cause, right? You keep being an asshole,
You're gonna continue being one.
Shitty things are gonna keep happening, man. Things has to change. Something has to click. And for everybody, for a lot of people, things never click, man. There's 40, 50, 60, 70, 80-year-olds. There's people that's died that has never taken that step to change because their pride, their ego is through the roof, man. And they never found a way to just bring that down and to humble themselves to where, like, whoa, I need to change this in my life, Yeah. So that's all a choice, man. So can things get better? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But it starts with you, though, man.
Putting in the work.
All right, you want things to change. What are you doing about it? Feel me? That's the question you got to ask. What are you doing about it? Okay, everything is falling apart. What are you doing about it? What are you going to do about it? You gonna keep crying about it? Cry. Please cry. Let it out. Yeah. Please let it out, man. It's important, especially men, fellas. Don't hold your feelings in. Let that shit out, man. Cry it out as much as you need to. But we got to figure it out too, though, from there, What does that look like? Going to a therapist? Going to God, going to church, Does that look like leaving your job and going somewhere else because, your job is just a toxic environment that's adding to the negativity in your life? Does that mean like, kind of like maybe you got to take like one step back, right? In order to take two steps forward eventually. Yeah, man, that's all a choice, bro. It's all a choice, my brother. Mindset is a choice.
See, I've always been a believer, and tell me your opinion about this too, but I feel like what you put into the universe, the universe gives back to you. Like,
Absolutely.
If you're going to continue being an asshole, if you're projecting that to people, whether it's at work, your family, your friends, the universe is going to give you shit for it. So is that something that you believe in too, Al?
How do I explain this one, man? When you put out, literally, you hit it on the money. If you don't change who you are, man, I believe that God will say, listen, you going to learn or you going to learn. My mom used to say, en las buenas o en las malas, Like, you're going to learn the easy way, you're going to learn the hard way. I remember she had, like, la chancleta, the belt. En la buena o en la mala va a aprender con... Yo, just ready, just... And it's funny because, like, as she's about to beat my ass, man, she's spitting gems. You going to learn the easy way or you going to learn the hard way? Are you going to make it harder for yourself? Like, some people don't learn until they serve a life sentence, man. Some people don't start being better versions of themselves till they, end up in prison or they end up like, with a broken heart or they end up, or whatever that looks like, man. You got to learn. If you don't learn, you can't really get mad at the world for life looking like this for you, man, because your ego is through the roof, Figure it out. Drop your ego. Make it happen. Make it work. YouTube University. Just look it up. How to be a healthier person. How to make healthier decisions. The most practical questions, What can I do to be a better man? And like, just maybe things like that may sound cheesy for some people and all, but maybe that's something that somebody needs because they didn't have that growing up, that kind of example, bro, I didn't see my first healthy relationship until I was like 23. Shouts to Shaboy and his beautiful wife, Janet. And yeah, my parents divorced when I was 12. And so like, I remember seeing them when I was 22, 23, actually when I was 21. And I'm like, whoa. Some of my like coworkers at the time looking at them was like, oh, what a square, what a goober,
Goober.
She has him like, whoosh,
Yeah.
But it was the way that he would speak to her. It was the way that he was treating her in public and like low key in private. Whenever I would peep, I'm like, whoa, what is this? Like, this feels different. This feels beautiful. This feels movie-esque, right? Like, it just felt like it was almost fake, but it was something that was telling me like, but it's not fake, right? And so, especially with men, like, we just don't learn. We don't know any better because nobody was there to teach us, right? So when people are in that position where it's like, yo, listen, there's some good things happening. Man, how selfish are you to just keep that to yourself, right? Because when I'm able to share some of my own experiences with you. You have a beautiful girlfriend, beautiful relationship. You guys moving into a new place in about a month and all, man. And it's all good energy with you guys. Like, you guys are a beautiful couple.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
And so what I'm spitting today, maybe some seed might be planted today, man, where like something happens in your relationship. It's like, wait, hold on, like, but maybe if I kind of do this, that Al, told me that one time in the interview, man. And then from that experience, now you share it with the next youngin that got his girlfriend. And so it becomes a domino effect,
right,
dog, because at the end of the day, man, we here for a good time, not a long time, So what we going to do with it? What we going to do with this short amount of time? I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. I don't want to I just want to be able to help people be better versions of themselves, man. You feel me? So, if you find the effort, if you make the effort into trying to grow, you'll see the results. Plant the seed, you water it, give it some sunlight, man. You got to give it love, man. Things grow with love, right? Plants grow with love. What is love for plants? Water and sun, right? What does that look like for your passion? What does that look like for your relationship? What does your seed, sun, and water look like for what you're trying to achieve and accomplish? Oof. Thank you, God.
Man, that's God, yeah. I don't even know how to follow up with that. I was just blown away. I was just like, I had a topic in mind. I'm like, oh, God. Like, I'm being hit with these gems of wisdom right now. Thinking about everything that you've gone through, the highs, the lows, just where you're at in a good place now, what would you tell 21-year-old Al P right now if you were given that opportunity?
I was in such a different place, man. I'm DJing at a bunch of big clubs in Jersey and New York, man. I'm in these streets. I'm hoeing like crazy, man. I'm like I'm with this girl this week, that girl the next week, man. Like, my priority, literally, when I think about it in that time, man, my priority was just getting on the radio and just hooking up with girls left and right, man. Like, it wasn't about my future. It wasn't. I'm thankful for like how I ended up, man. But I had to go through a lot of like lows first. Before I got to this place, man. My 21-year-old self, man. Yeah, give me a moment, because I really want to be intentional with how I speak to my 21-year-old self, right?
Hey, man, take your time. It's a deep question, I know.
My 21-year-old self, man. Hey, man, like, I love you, bro. And you a good dude. But the way you going right now, man, is not what good dudes do. You're meant for greatness. You're meant to do better. You are better than that. Stop focusing on things that do not serve you, that do not serve your family, that do not serve what your purpose is about. Your purpose is about helping people. Your purpose is about being the best version for yourself, so that everybody that you come in contact with can feel inspired to be the best versions of themselves, man. You're 21, and I recognize that, you going now, you DJing at all these clubs, man, and all these girls want to get with you, whatever, boom. Like, man, you're meant for more than this, man. Like, there's never gonna be enough girls. There's always gonna be it's gonna be such a distraction for you, and they will be your downfall. So focus on your growth, man. Pick up some books, man. Go to God, talk to God. Just remove yourself from whatever people and energy is just not good for you, man. Those people that you out drinking with, man, that you out smoking with and all, those girls that you sleeping with, man, like those things that you focused on, the money that you spend, the little bit of money that you spending on over the dumbest shit, man, bro, like, you better than that, bro. You know the greatness that you're destined for, man. And you are delaying your own blessings. You are in your own way right now. So get your shit right, man, because you are destined for greatness. And I believe in you. And regardless, I'm proud of you, man. And I love you, bro. And I can't wait to see you in 11 years. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I would tell myself. Yeah.
I didn't expect that. That's deep. Yeah. It's intense. It shows the growth that you've gone through. It shows it.
Yeah. I'm proud of myself, dog. Like, it's I just feel like it was super high highs and super low lows, man. It went south so many times, man. I don't know. I think about like how I'm still on this earth right now, man, because there's so many different moments where it's just like I couldn't have been here, man. You know, either I could have been dead, I could have been in prison, dog. But I made it through. I'm still here for a reason, bro. Like, I have so much life left, and for whatever time is left in my life, man, it is my duty, it is my purpose, dog, to just pour as much love as possible to everybody around me. Whether I met you, whether you talk down on me, whether you talk shit, whether if you're a piece of shit, bro, like, I want to love you regardless, man. There's a really cool story about I'm gonna get biblical real quick. It's a really cool story about Jesus, man. All right, Jesus was set up by one of his disciples, one of his people's Judas, right? And so the story is that, like, Jesus already knew what's up. You know, one of the nights before he got crucified, he got locked up and crucified. He washed literally the feet of his disciples, right? He humbled himself. It's like, nah, like, I'm gonna wash your feet. Disciples are like, nah, like, you're Jesus, bro. You don't gotta wash my feet, man. Right. You're literally the king, bro. Yeah. And he washed Judas's feet. He already knew Judas was setting him up, man. He already knew Judas was gonna be the reason why he was about to get crucified, man. And as he's washing his feet, man, like, Judas knew what's up. He was like, yo, this man that's washing my feet, that humbled himself to wash my feet, I'm literally about to set him up to get killed, you know? And Jesus knew that. And he still loved him. He still gave him love, bro. He literally still gave him love, bro. And I want to be able to just, like, even like with my worst enemies, man, I just want to hug them. I want to hug you. I want to love on you. And I hope that this dark place that you're in, these dark feelings that you're feeling right now, that you can feel peace one day, man, that you can feel joy one day. And hopefully you can move kind of like how Jesus was moved. That's my standard, bro. Like, the way Jesus moved, man, he literally loved everyone, man. He treated everyone with so much joy and respect. He just wanted to do right by everyone. And even though everyone didn't like him, you know, there's a lot of people that didn't like him to a point where they literally set him up and killed him. Yeah. You know, he went out like a gangster, dog. Like a gangster. I know you about to kill me, but I'm still gonna love you. Like, how crazy is that, man? Cold. In this society today, dog, like, that sounds nuts, bro. Yeah. Why we gotta move any different than that, man? Imagine if we were able to move around with that kind of love and that kind of intentionality, bro.
We'd be in a better place.
Oh my God, bro.
Much better
and place. It starts, you know, like, the only thing I can control is how I move.
Yeah.
You know? And so I want to be able to, like, you are what you consume. And I want to continue to consume love, because when I continue to consume love, I'm able to exude love. Yes,
this
sir.
Is deep. This is philosophical.
Yes, sir.
Hell,
yes, sir.
Wow.
Man. So it's like, and bro, this is and I say all these things, man, because it's beyond the interview. It's beyond the music, bro. Like, yes, Baddie Cop is out. Baddie Cop is out.
Stream it.
Stream that thing, yo. Support your boy. But first and foremost, man, like, just find ways to be a better human being, bro. You know, let's do this thing together, man. You know, let's do this thing together, bro. Like, I'm a work in progress. I'm gonna forever be a work in progress.
We
I'm
all
never
are.
gonna be perfect, man. You know, it's gonna be times where, like, with my wife, man, where it's like, I gotta tell her, like, yo, babe, I'm sorry, man. Like, I slipped up, man. Like, I'm sorry I spoke to you like this, or, you know, I'm sorry I forgot this thing and all, and but I'm gonna do better. And I'll write it down, man. I'm like, all right, let me see, like, how I can, like, just be better in this. You know, we're always a work in progress. You feel me?
That was beautifully put, man. For real. Thank you so much for that wisdom.
Yes,
I really appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Alpizzle.
Yes, sir.
Before I let you go,
yeah,
this is my favorite segment.
Yes, sir.
It's called "The Floor's All Yours."
Oh, man. I feel like the floor has been mine, dog.
It has, but now it's going to be extra special because you're looking into the soul of the viewer, that camera right there. Tell them what you got going on next,
Yes, sir. Yes,
what
sir.
kind of message you want to give,
Yes,
where
sir.
they can follow you to hang out, get to know you and your wife.
Yes, sir.
Go for it, man. The floor is all yours.
All right, check this out, man. My name is Alpizzle. You can follow me at It's Alpizzle. Just trying to have a good time, man. We're going to do this thing together. We're going to grow in life together. We're going to grow to be better people together. Just so you know, I got this new single. It's called Baddie Cop. It's mad fun. It's super silly. It's fun. It's funny. Yeah, man. So Baddie Cop is the one that's out right now. And I haven't released these news yet. We're gonna premiere it right now, man.
Okay.
we got another single coming out April 21st. Literally, my wedding anniversary with my wife Naty. It was the song that I wrote for her when I proposed to her, and it's called "Will You Marry Me?" Quick story.
Okay.
When I proposed to Naty 2 years ago, I took her out to a karaoke spot, right? We like doing karaoke. And so I'm like, yo, babe, I'm gonna go first, man. I'm gonna go first. And I started singing, and it was a song literally that I made for her. It was my proposal speech in form of a song called "Will You Marry Me?" And we're finally releasing that song 2 years later. On April 21st, on our anniversary day and all. And so that was definitely a big commitment from like just the last couple years. Like, all right, on 2025, April 21st, we're gonna drop this one, and then we're gonna get back to like the hype energy music and all. But yeah, man, I gotta show love to my wife on our anniversary day. So April 21st, "Will You Marry Me?" Your boy Pizzle. If you want to propose to somebody, man, this is gonna be that song, man. The intention of this song is that, fellas, when you want to propose to your lady, yo, it is gonna be to that song. You're gonna play it in the background, man, or you're gonna sing this song to your person and all. "Will You Marry Me?" April 21st. Your boy Pizzle. Oh, we getting it. Baddie Cop is out, by the way. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Music videos out. My wife is the lead girl in all my videos, man, and the lead girl in my life, man. Shouts to Mrs. Pizzle. Naty was popping. But yeah, my brother, yo, thank you, man.
Thank you so much, dude.
I'm grateful for you, man.
You too, man. Grateful for you.
Thank you for this platform.
My guy.
Please know that, like, is this the first time we meet in person?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
How long have we known each other?
It's gotta be like 2019.
Okay.
Maybe right before the pandemic.
Because I have you down on my phone as Cello's mentee, man.
That's wild.
So, like, that's something that, like, I put up before I moved to Florida, man. That's gotta be, like, 2013, 2014-ish.
No, I didn't meet you at that time. No,
Nah.
I was still in college.
True, yeah.
It must have been 2019, right before the pandemic.
Okay, word. Sick,
must have
man.
been.
Sick, man. My brother, listen, you're doing beautiful things with this podcast, with this platform. I believe, and I'm going to honor you right now, man, to end this podcast.
No.
This is what it's about, man. Listen, you exude beautiful energy. You're a good man, dog. You're a good man. I could feel that, man. I feel this eagerness to wanting to grow, man, and wanting to just build a better future for yourself, for your lady, for your family, man. I feel this hunger and desire to just get to that next level, whatever that looks like, man, whether it be working for a company, whether it's building your own thing, man. I believe in you, my brother. Anything I could do to help you out, man, please know that there's enough food on the table for all of us to eat, man. You feel me? I'm rooting for you.
Thank you, man.
And you got a new friend, my brother. Let's go.
My guy, thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much.
Yes, sir.
Today's episode has been sponsored by Cafe Bustelo.
Yeah,
No, it hasn't. Please don't sue us. It's just an unofficial sponsor. It's a meme. It's all for the meme. We just drank the hell out of this today.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Joel Does Music. I have been your boy, Joel. Pizzle, one of my favorite guests here. This is as real as it gets. Thank you so much for watching. As always, much love and good vibes.
Damn, one of? I thought I was going to be the favorite. Say that. One of. Say
Peace
that,
out.
say that.
Much love as always. Peace.